Well, we could all use a little luck of the Irish, and that's what the Phillies are looking for tonight. It's Irish Heritage Night here at Citizens Bank Park as the Phils and the Mets get together. NBC Sports Philadelphia, home of the authentic fan, presents game number 2. All right, so the standings have not changed since yesterday as far as the top 3 teams go. The Mets did gain a game. They're 13 out in 4th place in the National League East. The Braves lost last night to the Cardinals. Phillies lost, and the Nationals wound up losing to the Marlins. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, Loa Penn Davis. All right, so the Phillies are 6.5 games out in the National League East, and as Gabe Kapler said yesterday, they can't just play good baseball. They got to play great baseball the rest of the way. Well, it's always nice to have Aaron Nola on the mound when you're thinking that.
It sure is, and time really is running out for these Philadelphia Phillies unless they really step on the gas. But Aaron Nola, take a look at his few remaining starts in the month of September. He's going tonight against the Mets, and they really need to figure out a way to beat these Mets. They've struggled with the Marlins this year. They've struggled with the Mets. When Aaron Nola in the month of September, he's starting to elevate the baseball a little bit. A lot of home runs have been given up. To his credit, though, a lot of them have been solo shots, so they haven't hurt him that badly, but he's starting to elevate the baseball. I think might be a little tired right now, and when he starts to be a little tired, he elevates, and the ball just doesn't have as much movement. You can see where these pitches are located. He's going to get hurt if he starts to elevate the baseball.
Deception is the key, and for any pitcher, including Aaron, because there's so much movement on his pitches. So here's what he's done in the month of September. 1 and 2. His earned run average is high, 5.60. The 7 home runs allowed in the month of September. He only allowed 8 in the previous 27 starts. Now, the Phillies starting pitchers have been unsteady in the month of September, so he's looking to get the ship back on track tonight against the New York Mets. It is game 2 of this 3-game series. The Phils and the Mets. It'll be Nola looking for his 17th win. That would tie Max Scherzer for the National League lead. Steven Matz making his 28th start for the Mets. Well, offensively, Jeff McNeil has been a revelation for the Mets, particularly against the Phillies. And Michael Conforto, well, since the 1st of August, he's one of the best hitting outfielders in all of baseball. They're both in the lineup, which we'll get to when we return. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. By Toyota, tested, trusted Toyota. Let's go places. By Citizens Bank, official bank of the Phillies. Visit citizensbank.com. And by Independence Blue Cross, live fearless. Learn more at ibx.com. Well, the Fanatic was on top of his game just a little while ago. Yeah, it's Irish Heritage Night, and he decided to join in with some of the young Irish dancers. Look at the smiles on their face. And Noah Syndergaard, now this isn't fair. He stole his four-wheeler while he was dancing with the kids. And he took the Fanatic all around the outfield. He's tuckered out. And then they stole the key to the ATV. And then the Fanatic went over and, well, we'll let the pictures tell the story. That's what he thinks of Syndergaard.
Poor guy.
Aaron Nola takes the mound as he gets set to make another start. It is his second to last start here at Citizens Bank Park during the regular season. He'll start again against the Atlanta Braves in that last weekend. Let's take a look at the Mets lineup brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Med Rosario leads it off, and then Jeff McNeil. How do you get Jeff McNeil out? Well, we'll talk about that a little bit tonight. 17 for 37 against the Phils. Nearly a third of his hits in the major leagues have come against the Phillies. And there's Aaron, the 25-year-old who is 16-5, an ERA of 2.42, already over 200 strikeouts, could possibly get over 200 innings tonight. Opposition hitting just 199, Ben, against him.
He's been so good for these Philadelphia Phillies this season. Fastball range anywhere from 91 to 95. The good changeup and also the very, very good curveball. Career numbers 6-1 against these Metropolitans,
including a 4-0 record this year in 5 games and an earned run average of 1.97. The Mets are hitting just 190 or 183 against him. Jorge Alfaro's throw goes down to second as the warm-ups are complete. Med Rosario is heading up to the plate. And we are just a few seconds away from getting this ball game started. Mets come in with a record of 70-80. They are 13 games back, but they've gained 10.5 games on the Phillies alone since the 6th of August. That's incredible. They've had two totally different stories to the season, the Phillies and the Mets, since the Phillies were a game and a half up in the division. All right, so we're ready to go. Everybody's settled in, and the first pitch of the night. A fastball down and away. We're underway. Rosario was 1 for 4 last night with an RBI. Overall hitting .258 with 9 homers and 49 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. 1-1. The first inning has been the biggest issue. If there's any issue for Aaron Nola, it's the first inning. He's allowed 16 runs this year in the first inning of games. His earned run average overall is 2.42. In the first, it's 4.80. 2 balls and 1 strike. Wilson Ramos not doing the catching tonight. That's because Alfaro, the feeling is, has done such a nice job all year with Aaron Nola that they don't want to disrupt that. Curveball, and it's 2-2. Aaron making his 9th start of his career against the Mets. And it runs away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Got a little giddy up tonight on a fastball. That one was at 95 miles an hour. It'll be Rosario, McNeil, and Conforto for the Mets. And a curveball swung on and missed, 1 away here in the first inning.
3-2 Uncle Charlie. Rosario was a bit tardy on the fastball, so he was starting to gear it up. He doesn't pick up rotation, way out in front. On ball 4. But Aaron will take it.
Here's Jeff McNeil. McNeil was 3 for 5 in last night's game with an RBI. Had a double. Overall, 335. His batting average of 335 is the highest average through 50 games for a player in New York Mets history. Inside, 1-0. So how do you get him out? So the thought is that you pound him with fastballs. Now, whether that works or not, I don't know if anybody has a true book on Jeff McNeil just yet. Little dribbler up the third base line. Crawford was in, and it just trickled off the edge of his glove. It was going to take a strong exchange and a quick throw to get McNeil.
He can scoot down the line. How does he hit this inside fastball down the third base line? See JP coming in. He does the right thing. He tries to glove it. It's just the exchange that got JP.
He would have had him too with a clean throw. And now Conforto. What a pain in the neck Conforto's been. Last night he had 6 RBIs. It was the 5th time this year that an opponent has had 5 RBIs or more against the Phillies in a game. This pretty much put the ball game away last night.
It's a 3-2 fastball here from Austin Davis, and into the trees, the shrubbery it goes. 3-run homer there in the 9th inning, and 6 RBI. That's your home run replay, brought to you by Giant.
Curveball, and it's 1-1. Aaron really deviated the way he went to the plate that particular time. He paused for a second, which is what you have to do. It was kind of to throw McNeil off a little bit. He will run. I don't know if he would run with Conforto up the way he's swinging the bat. Plus you have Alfaro behind the plate. Now Alfaro has caught 20 base runners trying to steal this year. That is 4th best in all of baseball. Jonathan Lucroy is the best. He has caught 26 base runners trying to steal.
And when you compare their 2 arm strength, it's not even comparable.
I think a lot of it's technique and the pitcher too.
Yep.
Curveball, and it's 1-2. That's the pitch that he was able to get Conforto out on earlier in the year. He may go back to it again. Went to the fastball down the left field line toward the stands. It'll slice out of play. So Hoskins goes back to his position. Michael Conforto provided us with our Geico quote of the day on finishing strong. I knew if I put the work in and I stayed positive, eventually I was going to come around to doing the things I was doing last year. The shoulder is completely healthy. It's strong. It's back to normal. I just knew at some point it was going to come around. Yeah, he had the shoulder injury last year where they didn't know if he'd even be back to anywhere near the player he was.
Such an awkward way it happened, too. Just on a swing.
Dave Kapler's going to take a look at it underneath. I should say Rob Thompson's going to get on the phone, and the decider is going to take a look at it. He didn't have a big lead, but he was slow to get back. Well, that's really close.
Very close.
I think he got him, and they're going to take a look at it. You know, Sean Barber was in great position to look at that too. All right, so Jeff Kellogg, the crew, or excuse me, Jeff Nelson, the crew chief, will come down. with Sean Barber. The guy on the left made the call, but the guy on the right will tell us whether the call was correct or not. And we think by looking at the replay that he is out at first base. Just by that one angle that we saw where it was slowed up. It'd be nice to get an out here, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Take a closer look as we pan in, zoom in. Hand is not on the bag yet. Still not on the bag. Still not on the bag, and he is out. Now it's on the bag. Now the only thing they could say is that you can't tell exactly when his hand hits the bag on that angle.
Well, his fingers were.
But his fingers were up.
Yeah, they were up. Yeah. So the first thing that's going to hit is the palm, the very bottom of his palm. Aaron does. We have some pitchers with some very quick feet. Maybe so many pickoffs this season.
Yeah, more pickoffs than we've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think, and I think a lot of that goes to Dusty with the running game and how he manages the running game. He's got the, in his thought, the right time to throw over, and you really can't argue with it. Look how fast his feet are.
You just don't see righties that able to move their feet that quickly.
The concern here is that it's taking longer than you would think.
I still think he's out.
Yes, but is there enough? I mean, that's the only reason I'm thinking they're taking this long, is that they don't feel like they have a definitive view. Here we go. Wow.
Can't say that I agree.
Yeah, I think there was a definitive view, at least from our standpoint. But I guess they felt like they couldn't tell whether his fingers were on the bag or not. Well, that's a bummer.
I can't believe it took that long.
Again, I think they were trying to, just what we talked about. Like you said, the palm usually hits the bag. That would make sense. And a fastball and a strike three call. 2 outs, 2 strikeouts.
I think that break kind of lulled Conforto to sleep. Regular pitch cast brought to you by PJ Wheelhands. That is some paint.
And now Jay Bruce. Now Bruce has one of those home runs that we've talked about with Aaron Nola. Nola has given up 7 home runs in the month of September. Of those 7, 6 have come when he's ahead or even in the count. Only 1 has come when he's behind in the count. Bruce hitting .222 with 8 homers and 31 runs batted in. And a curveball in there, 0-1.
McNeil was retreating to first base on that one.
Well, he's going to be extra careful, I would think, now, because he did not have that big of a lead when it looked like Aaron picked him off. Fastball down the left field line toward foul territory and off the top of the tarp. You think he's as susceptible to the curveball back foot that Conforto is, or no?
Honestly, Tom, I think with Aaron Nola's curveball, I think everybody's susceptible. It's just that good.
Run a fastball outside. It's 1-2. Todd Frazier's on deck.
Would you agree with it? I just
yes, I do agree with that.
The way he throws it, it's just certain guys have certain pitches where I don't care what the scouting reports say. Well, he's a good breaking ball hitter. Not when you have a breaking ball like Aaron Nola.
Yeah, the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got it with a fastball. He struck out the side. There was an infield hit. The strikeout sandwiched around that infield hit. But Aaron Nola picks up 3 more strikeouts. He has 204 on the season. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Mets nothing, and the Phillies coming up. The fastest internet in Philadelphia. So Cesar leads it off, and then Rhys Hoskins and Roman Quinn. Carlos Santana bats cleanup. And Aaron Altair, in his last 4 games, 6 for 11, 2 homers and 5 RBIs, gets a chance to start against the lefty Steven Matz. 27-year-old who has thrown 140 innings this year and is making his 28th start. And the Mets are happiest about that he's been healthy enough to start making his 28th start of the season.
That is good. You see the numbers there. Righties hitting the same, just about the same as lefties. Good velocity for a left-hander. 0-2 with a 4.58 ERA here against these Phillies.
Cesar takes the first pitch in. Cesar was 0 for 3 last night with a sacrifice fly.
That's a very, very quick worker.
His last outing, he not only hit a home run, but he went 6 1/3, allowed 3 hits and 3 runs. He received a no decision in what was a 4-3 Mets win. That was against the Marlins. Three and 2. Ball 4. So Cesar works out his 88th walk of the season. And so he's aboard for Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins a 3 for 8 lifetime against Matz with a couple home runs. His numbers his last 10 games. That includes 0 for 4 last night. So still at 300 his last 10. Popped him up out to shallow right field. It's a long run for McNeil and for Bruce. And 1 out here in the first. And Roman Quinn is coming up. Well, it's nice to see that Roman's able to get back in the lineup. the foot that he fouled the ball off and was hit by the pitch in Florida has really been a nuisance for him, but he is able to get up there. Now he's got the guard on his right foot, even though it's his back foot, trying to protect it as much as they can.
What are you doing there, pitcher? Come on, man.
Quinn hitting .330 here in the big leagues with 3 homers and 12 RBIs. Cesar goes, pitches a strike, throw to second is high, and Cesar swipes second base. I think they have to do this tonight when somebody gets on, because Plawecki has only thrown out 17% of the runners trying to steal.
The Mets are taking a look to see if the tag was applied on the back side of Cesar. No.
He's close. But Cesar now with his 19th stolen base. Little tapper foul, 1-2. Dusty Wathan throwing it to Ruben Amaro. Ruben will then decide what to do with the baseball. He may just collect it.
Might give it to a fan down the first base side.
He might. Out to shortstop, Rosario. Oh boy, that was close. How about Roman Quinn busting it up the first base line?
I saw Rosario take that extra little crow hop, and I said, that's going to cost them.
This was awfully close. The Mets will take a peek at it. And they're going to take a look to see if Roman Quinn was indeed out or safe. Oh, yeah, he does look like he's out. Ball is in the glove. Foot is just arriving on the bag. But you're right, Bennett. You know, there's a clock that all infielders have in their heads with certain runners, and Rosario's clock was moving awfully slow.
It does look like he got him, but regardless, are you kidding me? It's that close.
Phillies challenged something in the first inning and then lost out on it. So they have no challenges left. The Mets challenging here. And Jeff Nelson to your right. So 2 outs, and here's Carlos Santana. Santana was 1 for 2 last night with 2 walks. He has 101 walks on the year. Third time in his career that he's reached 100 walks. His career high is 113 in 2014. Matz in his last 5 games 0-1, but with an ERA of 2.67. Two balls and 1 strike. Ball 4, second walk of the inning. 2 runners on, and Alfaro is coming up. Aaron hit it to a double play in last night's ball game as a pinch hitter. His average at 189. 8 homers and 38 runs batted in. 6 for his last 13. With 2 home runs. Up and in, 1-0.
I think if you're a Philly hitter right now, you just have to look for one side of the plate until you get to 2 strikes. And if I'm a righty, I'm looking for the ball in the inner half. He really seems to be making a concerted effort to get these pitches inside.
I think Aaron's hand slipped off the bat on that swing. Huh. In the dirt, 2-2. I think Plawecki needs a moment. I think some of the dirt popped up.
Yeah. Especially if you wear contacts, it's not like you can just go in there and you don't want to pop the lens out.
Runners will be off the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cesar, who walked and stole a base. Carlos, who walked, not being held on. And the 3-2 pitch spun foul over the Phillies dugout. Bouncer foul. That was pitch number 25.
I know you can't give up the outside part of the plate, but he hasn't thrown a pitch in the inside corner to Aaron Alfaro. It's not, you always want to look away, adjust in, but you have in the back of your mind to look for something in.
Up high, ball 4. That's the 3rd walk, and the bases are loaded. It's an 8-pitch at bat for Aaron.
That's very animated out there.
Well, I think he's upset about some of the pitches that were not called strikes by Laz Diaz. That young guy is going to have to clean himself up and the baseball up. I don't know if the ball has some pine tar on it or if he has some sticky stuff on him. Could be a combination of both, Ben.
Yeah, he's got some red lips there. He had some water ice, maybe some cotton candy.
His dad just told him to rub the baseball up, so he's rolling it around.
Why is this so sticky?
I think he's going to throw it. I think there's a pretty good chance he throws it, Ben. J.P. Crawford, the hitter. J.P. last night came up with the bases loaded and tripled down the right field line. And a breaking ball, 0-1. Opposite way, and Frazier bobbles it, picks it up and throws in time to get Crawford. The other side is retired. No runs, no hits, 3 men left, and the little guy's got a story that he's talking about and won't stop talking about as the night moves on. ticket plan. For more information, go to Phillies.com/season deposits or call 215-463-5000. Todd Frazier leads it off. And the first pitch to Frazier outside. Frazier last night was 1 for 5. He has 18 homers and 58 runs batted in. Of his 18 home runs, 6 have come since the 1st of August. Phillies play him to pull with 3 infielders on the left side of the diamond. You have Roman inched over a little bit in left center field. Curveball, beauty. Swing and a miss. That was an even better curve. So 4 outs so far for Nola. All 4 are strikeouts. With 1 out, Brandon Nimmo's coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, you know what it is tonight. It is our 6th and final NBC Sports Philadelphia Authentic Fan Night. Say hello to Section 201. And I just told them we're giving some stuff out. People are going to be winning some stuff. So first off, I've got 2 tickets to the Diamond Club. And row 5 seats 9 and 10, which I believe are you 2 right there. So those are for you. Hang right there. We're going to bring you down there in a second. Brian Klingerman over here, our senior marketing director for NBC Sports Philadelphia, is giving away tickets to the NBC Sports Suite. Right there. You guys are headed to the suite as well. And not to be left out, the folks at home, if you follow NBC Sports Philadelphia on Instagram or Twitter, we're giving away 2 autograph items. Just go on, follow, and do what they say on the social media platform, and you can win from home as well.
Beautiful.
We've had over 600 authentic fans over the course of the season. Thank you all for being here. Let's go, Phils. Enjoy.
Awesome. Murph just giving out gifts.
I'm like Oprah.
I did see you have some cauliflower tonight.
Greg,
1 ball and 2 strikes to
Greg Murphy,
Nimmo.
happy Irish Heritage Night, buddy.
Well, thank you very much. Right back at you. Both of you.
We probably should have worn green tonight.
I don't make the shirt schedule. Just saying.
2-2. Nimmo 1 for 10 against Aaron Nola with 5 strikeouts. That one just missed off the outside corner. Aaron, even with these lefties, has not thrown a changeup yet, but he's really lived with his fastball and the curve too. But the fastball has been outstanding.
When you can locate to both sides of the plate.
Pulled toward first on the glove side. Santana, and 2 outs.
Good piece of hitting there by Nimmo. Good positioning by Carlos Santana. Wouldn't necessarily say I look for a fastball in on a full count. But Carlos hugging that line. Nimmo turns on it, hits it sharply.
And now Dominic Smith. Smith last night had a hit. His base hit came in the 2nd inning that led to the first run for the Mets. And a slow curve. May not be a bad idea to throw it again.
A lot of options right now. But you take an awkward swing at it like that. It's hard not to go back to it.
They do. It's a nice looking pitch. Pitch gas presented by PJ Willahans. All right, Les, come on. Buckle up. Swing and a miss. He got him. 5 strikeouts through 2 innings for Aaron Nola. Our authentic fans are heading to their spot in the Diamond Club. We'll head to the bottom of the second. No score. He's heading to the plate to lead things off for the Phils. Gentleman's wearing one of the t-shirts that were given out to the folks in the French Quarter. Some folks wearing green on Irish Heritage Night. Why not? Murph told folks to send in some photos, so some of our authentic fans, our hashtag authentic fan, Mr. Lloyd. That family won a Roman Quinn signed baseball.
Very cool.
Yeah, very nice. Keep sending your photos in. Kingery leads it off and takes the first pitch upstairs. Kingery 0 for 2 against Mets. Has 8 hits this year against the Mets. 1 ball and 1 strike to Scott. Just what you talked about, Ben. Just keep working it inside to these Phillies hitters. That's what he's doing.
And it's with the fastball and with the slider. I mean, hitting is never easy, but if you can eliminate one side of the plate.
Out toward right field and right at Jay Bruce for the first out. And Jorge Alfaro is coming up. Carson Wentz has been cleared for action. And on the next Rube Knows podcast, Ruben Frank tells us what to expect from the Eagles franchise quarterback in his first game back and provides some insight into the Birds' problems at wide receiver. Listen now on our website or wherever you get your podcasts. Alfaro did not play in last night's game. He is 3 for 6 against Mets. Well, they got to the Diamond Club seats quickly. Thankfully, Matt was helping to lead the charge. Matt Walp. 1 ball and 1 strike to Alfaro. Little view from the Diamond Club.
Pretty good view.
Eric is on the left. Bob is on the right. 2-2. Opposite field, base hit on the curveball. Well, that's a break for the Phils. I'm surprised that they came back in with a curveball, if only because his fastball in to these first 2 hitters has been really effective. That just hung.
Sure did. Nice job right there by Jorge. Not over swinging.
Snaps it 0 for 8 for Jorge. And here's Aaron Nola. Nola 3 for 56 this year, and he bunts foul. He has 7 sacrifices. Oh, 0-2. Had the ball bunted fouled. And Aaron Nola is down on strikes. So that'll bring Cesar Hernandez to the plate. Cesar's first time up walked. By the way, Ben,
yes.
Birthday wishes today to Harold Brunell of Hellertown, Pennsylvania. Harold is at home celebrating his 103rd birthday.
Wow.
One of 5 generations in his family. Big Phillies fan, and we appreciate all of his support over the years as Alfaro swipes second base, second stolen base. We hope Harold is having a great birthday.
103.
Yep, getting a chance to spend time with family and friends.
That's a good run.
It's a beautiful run, and they sent in a beautiful picture of the 5 generations. Yeah, including a little baby that he's holding as he's sitting in a chair. One ball and no strikes to Cesar with a runner at second base. Phillies had the bases loaded in the first and didn't score. Now they've got a runner in scoring position here looking to score.
I love that. I love that stolen base by Jorge. You're not looking at me? Okay, I'm gone.
And it's a perfect combination. You have a long pitcher and a catcher who, you know, is a
Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it.
good defensive catcher, but has had trouble this year, whether it be because of his starters or whatever, with his throwing to second base.
I thought you were going to say Jorge runs well for a catcher.
No, Jorge does run well for a catcher. Jorge runs well. It's not even for a catcher.
Yeah. But you're right, absolutely. Plawecki just has trouble getting the ball down to second base.
Yeah, Jorge runs well. I think there are infielders that wish they had Jorge's speed. 2-2 to Cesar. A curveball high, 3-2.
You know, the thing about Jorge is he runs hard, but he's moving quickly. I always ran hard. I just wasn't going anywhere. But like there's a difference with him. He can really move.
Inside, they check the appeal. No swing. Second walk for Cesar. That is 4 walks now for Mats.
Make him pay.
Four walks for Mats. Matches high for the year, which was back on June 9th the first time. Or I should say the second time. This is the third time he has walked 4 in a game this year. And Reese a little out in front of a changeup, and it's 0-1. That is the from a changeup standpoint, he's been mostly fastballs and curveballs tonight. That is only the third changeup he's thrown. 0-2.
Which coming into tonight's ball game was the second most pitch that he used. 16.6% of the time he throws that changeup. Like you said, only 3 tonight thus far.
Toward left field. Going back on it is Conforto, and he'll get there. It'll make the catch. The side is retired. The Phillies leave a couple. They've left 5 through the first 2 innings. We'll move to the third in a scoreless ball game. Log on to Phillies.com. Go to the fan section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. Ben, the question is, who holds the Mets record for most walks in one season? The Mets record for most walks in one season. The answer will be revealed a little later on.
A right-hander and a left-hander immediately jump out.
Okay. That's good. You're close. Narrow it down.
No switch hitter.
No, not a switch hitter. I'll give you that one. Here's Plawecki as we start the top of the third. Plawecki hitting .223 with 6 home runs. A curveball, 0-1. Aaron came into this ball game tied for second in wins. Scherzer leads the way with 17. Fourth in innings pitched. First time in his career he's gone over 200 innings. Fourth in strikeouts. Third in batting average against, 199. He's been leading in slugging for most of the year, or at least since the middle part of June. But because of the home runs he's allowed in September, DeGrom has taken over the slugging percentage lead in the National League. Nola's at 288, DeGrom's at 310. Two balls, one strike. Changeup. The first of the night. I don't know if you read the stories this past weekend, but when the Mets were up in Boston to take on the Red Sox, there was a rat loose in the dugout.
Yeah.
Fly ball left center field. Long run in for Hoskins, but he's there. And one out. The ball was not hit particularly hard. Yeah, that brings Matz up. Matz 4 for 43. We said he hit his first home run. First major league home run. His last outing. He hit that against Sandy Alcantara. One ball and one strike.
Not the easiest guy to do it against.
He was down 0-2. It was a 2-run home run. That one's hit well. Deep to left field. Hoskins is going back to the wall. He jumps, and it is gone. Steven Matz has just homered again in back-to-back games. Well, they say they come in bunches. The Mets take a 1-0 lead.
I guess you could say he was looking for it. That wasn't Aaron's best. But still, that's a really good swing for a pitcher.
That is just over the small fence, which is a home run, into the flower bed and out.
It's a really good call by second base umpire Manny Gonzalez. Get out there.
Yeah, both Manny Gonzalez and Jeff Nelson, the third base umpire, were out there signaling. The umpires will take a look at it.
Why?
Just to make sure, Ben. This is why replay was originally put in, was for the boundary plays like this. And this should be pretty quick. So it is indeed a solo home run. The Mets take the lead. So now Nola has allowed 8 home runs, 7 solo. Last home run by a pitcher against Nola was back in 2015. All right, so now Ahmed Rosario, who struck out his first time up. The outside corner 0-1.
The changeup.
Reyes taking the rat with him to the railing of the dugout. Popped up. Alfaro over near the on deck circle and makes the catch as he sprawls into the net. That was an outstanding play by a very athletic Jorge Alfaro. 2 outs.
I was hoping he wasn't going to trip on that weighted bat. He runs right past it. He goes into the net. You know he's not going to get any help from the Mets. He goes over towards our dugout. Excellent, excellent play. What enabled him to make this catch is the fact that he busted. As soon as that ball went up, he busted it back from behind the plate.
You know, normally you would think that net might tangle him up a little bit. I think that net actually helped him from not going over like Maikel Franco did the other day.
And you would think that ball would come back more. I guess it wasn't that highest of pop-ups.
Well, 2 outs, and here's McNeil. And he takes in 1-0. McNeil reached on an infield hit his first time up. That's 18 hits now for McNeil against the Phillies. The leader against the Phils this year is Rendon with 24. And then Trey Turner with 23. Ahmed Rosario with 22. McNeil is currently 7th in hits against the Mets. But he's done it in 10 games. Whereas the other guys this year have done it in, on average, 8 more games. 1 and 2. Down the right field line, that'll go foul. That little lady's happy. Nice present by that gentleman. And a line drive base hit to right field for McNeil. He's now 2 for 2, 5 for 7 in the series. And that brings Conforto to the plate.
Uncle.
Well, the price is dropping, Ben. MLB.TV is now available for $25.99. You get a chance to watch the rest of the regular season and then the postseason as well. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV to take advantage of this limited time offer. Outside edge. throw behind McNeil, and he gets back. That was pretty close, too.
Take a look at the sweep tag here by Carlos.
One ball and one strike to Conforto. He threw him a changeup, and it's 1-2. I didn't see if that got a piece of Alfaro or Laz Diaz. One of them. Yep, we got Laz. Curveball and a foul tip. Alfaro hangs on. Strikeout number 6. That wraps up the 3rd inning. 1 run, 2 hits. The 1 run, a home run by Steven Matz, who's gone yard for the 2nd consecutive game. This was a curveball that he hit just over the small fence into the flower bed and then back in. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's 1-0 New York. Fortune scratch off on the Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. And by Nissan. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Well, that young lady's got a baseball as well. That young man keeps dropping his baseball. We start the bottom of the 3rd. Phil's trail it 1-0. And Roman Quinn leads it off. Roman bounced out to shortstop his first time up. Phillies have left 5 through the first 2. So they've had base runners against Matz. Problem is they only have the 1 hit. But they have walked 4 times. Two balls, 2 strikes. Got him. Second strikeout for Matz. And Santana's coming up. Well, the Atlanta Braves are coming to town one last time. It's the final weekend of the regular season. 2 7:05 starts. Then all around baseball, that Sunday game starts at 3:05. It is Fan Appreciation Day, a free PGW 2019 schedule fathead to all fans. Get your tickets now by going to Phillies.com. Cardinals and the Braves scoreless in the 3rd as Santana shoots it down the right field line, and he'll hold up at first. A 1-out single. And it brings Altair up.
Aaron saw a lot of pitches his first at bat, 8 to be exact. He's got a good idea of release point and what he's going to see.
Outside, 1-0 to Aaron. Got a good pitch to Rip there, 1-1.
Good pitch to hit. This is a very good swing. If anything, maybe just a bit tardy. Getting the bat head out there, but a very good swing.
Slider, I guess it was at 87. And it's 1-2.
I can't remember last time I saw a pitcher when he misses with his fastball, predominantly time he's missing high.
Opposite way, it's floated right out toward Bruce. Yeah, there are 2 outs here in the 3rd, and now J.P. Crawford with a runner at first base. Time now for our Nissan upgrade. Upgrade to the technology of tomorrow today. Well, this is not something that you like to see, particularly from a team in your division. The Mets, though, have 44 wins. Their winning percentage is the highest since 2012 of any opponent. 44-20. That's just obscure.
And when I think of those numbers, I think of home runs.
Yeah, well, the home run total is through the roof.
Through the roof.
Mets have out-homered the Phils 31-20 since last year here at Citizens Bank Park, and 67-35 since 2015. With 2. Very short lead for Santana. Everybody looks at the way they hold guys on differently. You don't figure that he's a threat to run, but they keep on throwing over. Check swing, foul ball. Crawford had a big hit in last night's ball game. He's dropped his hands, as we mentioned the other day. Trying to get himself quicker to the baseball. Swing and a miss. Got him with a curve. And they throw to finish it off. That's the third strikeout for Mets. And that'll do it for the Phils. No runs, one hit, one man left. We go to the fourth, 1-0 New York. The local company who has perfected the perks of same-day delivery. Order by 11:30 and your WB Mason driver delivers right to your break room. Local, fast, and convenient. Who but WB Mason? It's 1-0 Mets on a home run by Steven Matz. As we move on to the top of the fourth inning. That's been it, though. The Phillies have left 6 through the first 3 innings. Got to get that big hit. I think we've said that phrase more than any other phrase, particularly since the All-Star break. Jay Bruce, who struck out his first time up. 285 career home runs for Bruce. 10 have come at this ballpark. He was quoted the other day, and it's because of the injuries that he has sustained. He said, yeah, this is probably the worst season I've ever had. The least fun because of all the injuries. Curveball.
Even if you're playing with a nagging injury, you know you're just not right. It affects your game tremendously.
Curveball, and it's 2-1. Have you ever had a hip injury?
No.
I mean, for an athlete, I mean, they're a painful. I mean, there's so many different painful injuries, but for an athlete who relies on a little bit of torque,
right,
when it comes to hitting, it's got to be a difficult one to overcome. Now it's popped back foul behind home plate up above us, and now it's 2-2. I think it was dropped down to the lower level. Got him with a changeup. Bruce is struck out for the second time. 7 strikeouts for Nola. And there's 1 out here in the fourth. Todd Frazier's coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
Very much, Tom. Well, you know, we have so many cool events here at the ballpark, but how about this one today before the game, 5 o'clock today, a naturalization ceremony where 20 immigrants from all over the globe came in and became U.S. citizens today. In the ceremony, Mayor Jim Kenney was there. They were recognized on the field afterwards, right before the game, about 6:30 as well. And then they get to sit back and enjoy America's pastime as new U.S. citizens tonight. It is just it's a really special day for them and their families. So congratulations to the 20 who were naturalized today. And like I said, pretty cool event down here at the ballpark.
Yeah, from all over the world. And it was very impressive to see the turnout, as you just saw, but also the smiles on their face.
Yeah.
Down the right field line, Altair, long run over and out of play.
Oh, really sliced. Thought Aaron was going to be able to make a play on that.
Fastball at a strike 3 called. 8 strikeouts for Nola. We're only 2 outs into the 4th inning.
So frustrating when you face someone like Aaron Nola. Take a look at our pitch cast brought to you by PJ Wheelahans. You're looking for something else, and he just said, man, that was a good pitch. Nothing I can do with it.
Nimmo takes on the outer half. I mean, he is just pounding the strike zone. It's unfortunate that he gave up the home run to Matz, because he is literally just pounding one edge of the strike zone to the other. Ground ball right side. Diving is Cesar, and he just can't get it. He may have even dove over that. He still had to leave his feet to get to it. But Nimmo has his 2nd hit of the series. It was a valiant attempt.
Cesar ranging to his left. He did go over it. He was expecting that ball to come up.
Yeah, just right off the pinky of his glove. Dominic Smith struck out his first time up.
On 4 consecutive curveballs. Aaron threw him 4 consecutive curveballs. The 3rd one should have been called strike 3. It was not, so he came back with a 4th and got him a swing at one in the dirt.
Opposite way. That is a fair ball down the left field line. It hits the half wall. Reese better get to it quickly because Nimmo's around in 3rd base heading home, and he is going to score. It's going to be a double for Smith, his 9th of the year. It's 2-0 New York. I'm surprised with the pitch selection.
Yeah, I guess they're thinking, well, he's got to be looking for that curveball. Let's try and sneak one by him here. Smith always ready for that fastball up out over the plate and somehow able to keep this ball fair. And yes, it's fair. Wish a fan would have interfered with that one. To get Nimmo at 3rd base.
So 2 runs on 5 hits now for the Mets. Plawecki, who flied out to left his first time up, is the hitter.
Yeah, I'm with you, T-Mac. I just don't understand why you would change it up. You threw him 4 his first at bat, didn't even come close to any of them. And I was always brought up in the game where if a guy doesn't make the adjustment, keep throwing it. Literally, keep throwing it till he makes the adjustment or fouls one off even.
Unless he was just trying to show him a fastball and then come back to it. You know, it was up in the zone.
And they were trying to go in with it. It was up out over the plate, but.
Well, now you got to get this guy. Keep it 2-0 here in the top of the 4th. Plawecki will draw the walk. The first one of the night. And it'll bring Matz up, who homered his first time up. In fact, Matz, with that home run, became the third Mets pitcher to homer in back-to-back games. The other two, Tom Seaver and Ron Darling. Time for our Toyota Turning Point. We go back to the last game for Matz at Citi Field. He didn't know if this one was out or not, but it was. That's his first major league home run, and now he's followed up with his second one.
It's incredible. Really good swing, but unfortunately for the Phillies, that was your Toyota Turning Point.
A first pitch outside to Matz.
You don't see a whole lot of pitcher-catcher meetings with the pitcher up.
One ball, no strikes. Fouls it away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
So after that first pitch, Jorge just looking at Aaron and tapping his chin was Jorge Alfaro, meaning, hey, make sure your chin comes right at me. You start pulling off with your head, the arm will follow. And that's why Aaron yanked that first pitch to the left side of the plate. Not getting cheated up there, is he?
He's got a burst of confidence after the home run. Second home run that Nola's allowed to an opposing pitcher. The first came in his first major league start back in 2015. Nate Carnes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a bouncer out towards second base. Cesar is up with it. And the inning is over. A run scores, though, on the RBI double by Dominic Smith the opposite way. Middle of the 4th. It's the Mets 2 and the Phillies nothing. And by WB Mason. Who but WB Mason for fast free delivery? Nobody does it better. Some of the young men and and women from the Riley Irish Dance School. They were performing before the ball game. They saw the Fanatic dancing with some of them before the game. You think they had some water ice tonight?
Maybe.
Maybe a little bit. Here they are before the ball game, taking a moment to soak in the video on the big video board as they're dancing on the warning track. Not easy to do.
No.
Steven Matz, as we go to the home fourth inning, leads it 2-0. And he will face Scott Kingery, Jorge Alfaro, and then Aaron Nola. He made the last out, so that's why he's just finishing up his warm-up tosses. Washington has a 3-1 lead over the Marlins. That game's in the bottom of the fourth inning, but if you're the Marlins, you're probably thinking, we got them right where we want them. Because they were behind last night and they wound up winning. Atlanta, meanwhile, thanks to another home run by Ronald Acuna, they lead the Cardinals 1-0 in the top of the fourth. Cleveland is the only team that has clinched a playoff spot. The Red Sox are on the verge of doing it. But there are a number of teams that have been eliminated, including the New York Mets, who were eliminated last night despite the fact they won. A little later on, they were eliminated from any thought of getting to the postseason. But they're finishing on a high note. They're 25-16 in their last 41 games.
They have been getting some very, very good starting pitching.
Yeah, the starters in September, and that includes Matz, they're 7-2, an earned run average of 2.94. They're going deeper into games. I mean, look at last night. Wheeler, even though he was teetering, Mickey Callaway kept him in. The 1-2 coming to Kingery. Swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts for Matz. And 1 out. And now Alfaro. Well, Barry Sell, our technical director, taking some hacks out at the yard. Barry also does a little directing up at Lehigh Valley. Very similar to Michael Franco when it comes to the bat flip, that is. Just like Michael, Barry has something hit him. Michael had the bat hit him. Here's Alfaro. And he fouls it away. A lot of times you don't see all the folks that are in the production cavity, but they're the ones that are making sure the picture is crisp. The shots that go out are the right shots. Those graphics that pop up are the right graphics. The count's the right one.
A lot of buttons down there.
Yeah, it's like Will Ferrell in Elf. You just
press them all.
Press them all.
I think they'd be very happy with us, Tom.
Well, now Alfaro singled his first time up. He has one of the 2 hits. 0-2. That ball fortunately hit a vacant seat because it was going in. It was going in hot.
Looks like some hands went up to go grab it, and then they thought better of it. Wise decision.
Fly ball to right field, and Jay Bruce will reel it in. And now Aaron Nola will bat with 2 outs here in the fourth. Time for Built for Baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. Well, Bernie Lehman our center field camera operator. He has been built for baseball for a long time here in Philadelphia. He's watched a lot, and all you got to do is throw him 3, and he'll hit one of them. Bernie's manning the camera out in center field as he always does. He has seen more Phillies games from that vantage point than anybody, as Aaron Nola is retired to wrap up the 4th inning. We can't get enough of Bernie, so we'll just keep showing him. He figured he had to hit one eventually, right, Ben?
That's right.
The final out, so he is just in on the mound now, getting set to warm up. More thank yous in order for our crew. Here's Greg Farnese, who we mentioned he was pitching last night. A nice technique. He looks like he's been throwing some batting practice. Yeah.
Showing off the pipes.
Greg is usually out in left field. He was doing the Flyers last night. I thought he was out there when we were kind of ribbing him a little bit. And Greg's best buddy, Mike Miller, who was a very good pitcher back in the day. He decided to see how hard he could throw. 62 miles an hour. I got to tell you, at this point. Oh,
man. You're not allowed to do that anymore.
Oh, how great is that, I think.
Schrader. He held on.
I think he did hold on. He may not be alive, but he did hold on. Although I did see him today, so he is walking around.
Greg's saying it seemed like such a good idea when we thought of it.
Well, you know, we talk about our camera operators, and I know we discuss this all the time, but they're artists. I mean, they truly are with what they're able to do. No balls and 1 strike to Ahmed Rosario. That was outstanding. Somebody's going to get hurt, Ben.
Kids.
Up the third base line, JP will let it roll foul. Well, John and Judy are enjoying their night in the NBC Sports Philadelphia suite.
To spend a night with Margie, I mean, what more could you ask for?
Yeah, get some peanuts, get some drinks. They're part of our authentic fan section tonight. They won the prizes to go to the suite. As you see, just over the third base line. Now that's a great spot.
Looking directly down the first base line on that third base side.
Oh, 2 pitch to Rosario. Outside 1-2. Another one fouled off down the right side. Down in Atlanta, things have changed a little bit. The Cardinals, thanks to another home run by Paul DeJong, is second in as many games. They now lead the Braves 2-1. Swing and a miss. He got it with a changeup. That is strikeout number 9 for Aaron Nola.
Gets him his first at bat with a 3-2 changeup. So this time with that, I'm sorry, 3-2 curveball. This time with that changeup you were talking about, T-Mac.
And here's McNeil, who is 2 for 2. .343. One ball and one strike. The other thing, he's got a pretty good idea of what the strike zone is. I'd be interested to see what happens if teams do figure out how to get him out, how he adjusts to it. It seems like he's adjusted all throughout the minor leagues. Never a top prospect. I mean, never. Doesn't always mean anything. Somebody gives you a chance, the door's open. It's up to you to put a display on. And now the 1-2 pitch. Try to change up again. 2-2.
This is plate appearance number 199. It's not like it's just, over 50 to 75 at bats.
Yeah, he's going to finish with over 250 plate appearances. I mean, if he plays every day for the rest of the year.
I don't know why he wouldn't.
Lays off 3-2. Got to change his number next year, though, right?
You would think. .311 hitter in the minor leagues combined. It's pretty good.
Ground ball right side. He doesn't like to strike out. He put the bat on the ball. And now 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Michael Conforto's coming up. Join us for a day filled with prizes and surprises as we celebrate the best fans in baseball on Fan Appreciation Day at Citizens Bank Park. Sunday, September 30th at 3:05 when the Phillies take on the Braves. Hey, the ball, he's in the wrong spot. A PGW 2019 schedule fathead free to all fans. Go to Phillies.com to order your tickets. You think the bull brought that food?
Probably.
So who's manning the barbecue?
I think they'll figure it out.
Conforto has struck out twice tonight.
Maggio Lendinier.
Yeah. Now all you need is the Sarge to roll in there. He's usually down on that level.
That'd be a party.
Now, that would be funny if the Sarge just sauntered in. Not walked in, Ben. Sauntered.
As only the Sarge can do.
1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2.
I just hope one day when you say my name, your face can light up the way it does when you say Sarge.
Fouled away. Yesterday he was down taking photos with the college night. He was down taking photos with some of the college students. He was great. And the Phillies had a backdrop, one of the Phillies backdrops there in front of him, or behind him I should say, and the World Series trophies around him. And there was a sign that said, "Get your photo taken with the Sarge," and the sign fell on him.
And knock off his hat?
No, the hat protected him. Curveball, check swing, ground ball to shortstop. Crawford is up with it. And in time to get Conforto. 1-2-3, 5th inning for Aaron Nola. Well, who said baseball ends? Working a camera isn't a physical job. Sometimes it can be. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. That's right, Greg. Wait, he stole a ball. The official bank of the Phils. Well, the Lakewood Blue Claws, what a year they had. 41 wins in the first half. That was pretty darn good. But then in the second half, 46. They finished in first place in both halves. They wound up losing in Lexington in the South Atlantic League Championship. But they had some guys that put up some great numbers. Rodolfo Duran, 18 home runs, 46 runs batted in. Congratulations to the entire crew and the front office down there. They do an amazing job. It's a beautiful ballpark. If you haven't had a chance to get out there. One ball, 1 strike to Cesar, who has walked twice tonight. Phillies have just 2 hits against Steven Matz. Ground ball to shortstop. Rosario charges, has it, throws in time. And that one out here in the 5th inning. And Rhys Hoskins, who is 0 for 2. Fouled away. It's 0-2.
Hard to believe this is the Phillies' 3rd time through the lineup. We're just in the 5th inning. They have 2 hits and no runs.
Yeah, all those walks, all those base runners, they've left 6 so far. That one bounced about 3 feet in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Walks are not a surprise. The Phillies have the 4th highest walk percentage in all of baseball. Plawecki got, he took this one
Doink.
right off the side of the mask. Over to third, a foul ball. '85 pitches for Matz. Part of that is because of the walk total. It's so high. A couple of long at bats, one to Altair, 8 pitches. As Reese spoils it foul. Three and two. I think Reese just told Laz Diaz that he scared him there. He very quickly said 3-2 as the ball arrived in the catcher's glove, and I think Reese thought he was going to call him out on strikes. And ball 4.
Not that at bat. Down 0-2.
Fouled off a few pitches, 5 walks. Celebrate 2019 and join the Phils players, Rhys Hoskins, Scott Kingery, along with the Bull, and Scott Palmer and the Philly Fanatic for a Phillies Vacations trip to paradise. It's January 8th through the 13th. It's an unforgettable 5-night vacation to the Bahamas. Go to Phillies.com/Phillies Vacations or call 877-833-7326. That walk by Matz matched his career high. He walked 5 back in June of 2017 against the Dodgers. Roman Quinn takes high.
It is something, I mentioned it earlier, but when Matz has missed with his fastball, it's literally been high. It's not like he's missing down or off the plate.
Back toward the middle, and it's caught by Matz, and they're going to double up Rhys Hoskins. That was an amazing play by a long pitcher who had to reach back behind to grab it and then throw to first. I mean, look at this play. It wasn't hit that hard, but he still had to contort his body. Wow.
Catches it behind him.
Yep, amazing play to wrap up the bottom of the fifth. I mean, he's walked 5, but he's hit a home run, and he's also been able to pick up our Hyundai defensive play of the game.
You just saw it's a jam shot liner off the bat of Roman Quinn. Matt somehow reaches behind him, down around his ankles. Not only does he catch it, he's able to double up Rhys Hoskins, and that's your Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
So now it'll be Jay Bruce to lead off the 6th inning, as Aaron Nola with 9 strikeouts and has scattered 5 hits through 5. Trails at 2-0. Bruce has struck out twice. And 1 ball and 1 strike. And that goes behind one of the signs. Not a baby. Well, the comparisons between the two pitchers, command has been there for Nola. That ball's hit well out to left field, but playable for Rhys Hoskins. And 1 out here in the 6th. Todd Frazier's due up, with the Mets leading at 2-0. Well, who has met expectations and who hasn't? On the next At the Yard podcast, Corey Seidman and Ricky Bottalico will go down position by position. Also look ahead to see who the free agent pitchers are that might be available for the 2019 season. Again, that's on the At the Yard podcast, where you can pick up anywhere you have podcasts, or by going to NBCSportsPhilly.com. Frazier swinging a miss, 0-1. popped up foul, and it is now 1-2. Every pitcher goes through games like this where you just don't get run support. Aaron's at 96 pitches. He may be done after 6 innings. But he's had as good a stuff as we've seen in the month of September.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing is really left up in the zone. The hanging curveball, of course, to Matz, is probably the only mistake he's made tonight. Well, maybe 2. Dominic Smith's double was the other mistake. But that was just, all right, we're going to decide to throw this pitch because we got him with curves last time, but we'll go back to the curve, and Smith just hit it. 2 outs. And here comes Nimmo. Nimmo's little bouncer that got past Cesar and into right field. I mean, that was a big hit in that 4th inning.
Yeah.
He didn't hit it hard at all.
2 outs. He rolls one through. And Smith on the very next pitch hits that double down the left field line.
Phillies bullpen is quiet right now. The Phillies got Aaron Loup back today, so they have all 40 of the players on their 40-man roster are active for tonight's game. As Gabe said, he said, hey, it's another chess piece. And ball 4. Nimmo walks. Second walk issued by Aaron tonight. And here's Dominic Smith. Pat Neshek starts to loosen. And Rick Kranitz coming out. I don't think Aaron was overly upset with walking Nimmo and having to face Dominic Smith in this spot, even though he does have the double his last time up. Now some more authentic fan photos that have come in. Folks here at the ballpark tonight. Oh, that's a great picture there. They got the giveaway headphones from earlier this year. One of our newest fans. What a great picture that is. Get a chance to enjoy a night at the ballpark. It's turned out to be a nice night. Oh,
look at that trio.
Got some guard dogs. I would think that household is pretty active. Pretty active. All right, so Dominic Smith. With Neshek continuing to warm up. Great Bob Stumpo there, getting some seeds.
Delaware's finest. Good breaking ball there.
The backswing. nails Jorge Alfaro. Ooh, he's pretty good.
Seems to be happening more and more. You can count on a hand that happened maybe 5 times throughout the course of the season, and now it seems to happen just about every game.
One ball, one strike. Ground ball back toward the middle. That's a base hit for Smith. Nimmo's on his way to third. And he'll get there. So now first and third. Dominic Smith has 2 hits tonight. And Kevin Plawecki is coming up. 104 pitches for Nola. And here comes Gabe Kapler. That's going to be it for Nola. So they're going to take him out at 104 pitches. So Aaron goes 5 2/3 tonight. He scatters 6 hits, and he's responsible for the 2 base runners. So a pitching change here at Citizens Bank Park. The Phillies trail at 2-0. We'll be back right after this. All right, Ben, here we go. Who holds the Mets record for most walks in one season?
The first 2 names that came to mind were Michael Vincent Piazza and John Olerud. And I know, having played with Ole for all those years, what a batter's eye he had. I'm going to go with Ole.
John Olerud is correct. 125 in 1999. Log back on Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack. All right, so here's Neshek on to face Plawecki, who is 0 for 1. I think they're making sure that Jorge Alfaro's okay. They're waving him off. Something must have triggered Gabe Kapler to think that there's something wrong. Not taking any chances when it comes to the head injuries or potential head injuries. All right, so Neshek, a 1.23 earned run average. Outside. This is why they probably came out. Alfaro was kind of looking down. I can see why they came out. They throw behind the runner. Dominic Smith. 3 balls and no strikes. That's ball 4. So they'll load the bases up. Second walk of the inning for the Mets. Second time Plawecki has walked, and Wilmer Flores will come up as a pinch hitter for New York. So Matz is done after 5 innings. Again, Nola responsible for a couple of the base runners. Matz with the career high 5 walks, but he also had his second career home run. And he only allowed 2 hits. Four strikeouts to go along with the 5 walks. And Flores takes strike 1 on a breaking ball.
All this with 2 outs.
Yep. Well, think about the last run they scored was with 2 outs after 2 strikeouts. No balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded. The pitch to Flores. He fouls it away. Looks like he was leaking out that way toward the outer half of the plate. Swing and a miss. He got him. That's the 10th strikeout tonight for Phil's pitching. So Neshek comes in and is able to put out the fire. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th inning after the Mets leave him loaded with the Phillies down just 2-0. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Eric and Bob getting a laugh out of Kiss Cam. Something happened on Kiss Cam that was funny. Oh, a little authentic Philadelphia Stars shirt. Wow. That's throwing it back, isn't it?
Very authentic.
Jerry Blevins takes over for Steven Matz, who went 5 innings. They'll face Carlos Santana, Aaron Altair, and we'll see if J.P. Crawford hits. Lefty on lefty. Santana has walked and singled tonight. Only 2 hits for the Phils. Just not a whole lot going on offensively for the Phillies. They have left 6. Just the 2 hits. One by Santana to right, one by Alfaro to right. Wilson Ramos is going over a scouting report. He may be coming in for Alfaro, or he could be used as a pinch hitter even before that. 2-2. Santana with his walk earlier, it's 102. Pat Burrell was the last guy to have 102 walks. Ramos in the bullpen. And he lays off. They appeal, no swing, so that brings the tying run to the plate. After the leadoff walk, 6 walks tonight by the Phils. And Aaron Altair is flied out to right. He's also walked.
It just doesn't feel like this is the tying run walking home plate.
Right?
It's because of the. There's not a whole lot of hard contact tonight by this Phillies offense, but one swing can make this a whole new ball game.
It is true. It's just one big swing. Lays it a breaking ball. Two. And Aaron is hit by a pitch. That one just kept on chasing him. So first and second with nobody out. J.P. Crawford is being lifted for a pinch hitter as Wilson Ramos is coming up.
No way Blevins going to face Ramos.
I was going to say they'll probably go get the right-hander. And here comes Mickey Callaway. So he'll make a pitching change.
Your manager calls you into the ball game. You walk a guy and hit the next one.
I don't think that's productive, Ben.
No. That's not going to make your skipper happy.
No. So a pitching change for the Mets. The Phillies have 2 on and nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 6th inning, we'll be back with the new pitcher right after this. Or visit PhilliesFantasyCamp.com for more information. Join guys like the Bull, Matt Stairs, Charlie Manuel, Mickey Morandini, and more. It's located at the Carpenter Complex in Clearwater, Florida. All right, so first and second, nobody out. Wilson Ramos was sent up as a pinch hitter. The Mets have Drew Smith, the right-hander, who will take over out on the mound. See Wilson's numbers as a pinch hitter, 2 for 6 with a couple RBIs. And he hits one back toward the middle, a base hit into center field. Rounding third, heading for home. It's Santana. The throw to the plate is cut off, and the Phils are on the board. It's a pinch hit RBI single. It's a 2-1 ball game.
How about it? Talk about being aggressive off the bench.
Love it. And now Ramos will be pinch run for by Florimon, who will probably stay in the ball game. RBI for Ramos.
Amazing, you had literally 5 seconds in this ball game and have a major impact like that for Wilson Ramos.
Jose Flores with the high 5, and now Justin Bour is going to pinch hit. They do have a lefty, the Mets do, in the bullpen. So he'll pinch hit for Scott Kingery. So scratch that when I mentioned that Florimon would come in to play third. He'll have to come in probably to play shortstop. Mickey Callaway's going to stay with the right-hander. Maikel Franco, Gabe Kapler said yesterday, he's probably not available till tomorrow. If you're thinking about another infielder, the other thing you could do is, and they haven't done it this year, except for the one game against the Mets that was a free-for-all, is Roman Quinn could play the infield too.
Yes, maybe Florimon goes to short.
Santana can go to third.
And Bour can go to first.
Right. Fouled away. And it's 0-1. That quite possibly could be the move. Or you could put Odubel in and, you know, move the outfielders around, put Reese at first.
Yeah.
Cousins has been taking some ground balls at first.
40 men on your, you have a lot of options.
A lot of chess pieces. Here's the 0-1 coming to Bour. Fastball line down the left field line. On the run is Conforto. He's not going to get it. It's a one-hop off the wall. The tying run scores. Florimon to third. It's an RBI pinch hit double by Justin Bour. We're tied up at 2.
Another nice piece of hitting here. Wilson Ramos staying up the middle. Justin Bour going the opposite way. It's very hard to get a fastball past Justin Bour. Ball leaks out over the plate. Strong swing there by the big fella.
He is a strong man. By the way, I forgot we just saw Mitch Walding. Walding could even come in and play third too. So Alfaro is up. Nick Williams out in the on-deck circle to pinch hit. The go-ahead run is at third. The Phillies and the Mets tied at 2. And still nobody out.
See these fans get into it a little bit.
Pitcher's pitch, 1 ball, 1 strike. It did take the corner. We've been calling for them to call strikes on that corner. Outside, 2-1. Bottom of the 6th inning, game tied at 2. Foul ball, he stays alive. Smith got away with one on that pitch.
Sure did.
That was coming back, curveball coming back right into the swing path of Alfaro. Whew. In the air to left field. That ball is smoked and it is gone. A 3-run home run for Jorge Alfaro. The offense comes to life here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 5-2 ball game.
What'd you say, partner? He said Smith just got away with one. Well, he didn't get away with the second one.
10th home run for Alfaro.
Drew Smith, you hang it. Jorge Alfaro, you bang it.
Well, I guess the everything's cleared up in his cabeza.
I mean, were those 2 curveballs not in the same spot?
Same spot.
That ball is K-I-L-T, kill, T-Mac.
So the Phillies take a 5-2 lead in a blink of an eye. Still nobody out. And Jose Bautista will be the hitter. Gabe Kapler, Rob Thompson, they're making all the right moves in this inning. You can even go back to Neshek coming in to pick up for Nola to get the last out in the top of the 6th inning. Nice play off the juggle. No balls, 1 strike. Jorge's a strong man. That ball went an estimated 427 feet or around that. And the exit velocity was 106.9. He's one of the best BP hitters to watch if you get entertained like we used to with guys like McGuire and Bonds. He doesn't hit it as far as those guys, but he hits it pretty far. One ball and 2 strikes to Bautista. Ground ball. McNeil is on that side. 4-3 on the putout. And 1 away. And here's Cesar Hernandez. Got it started was Wilson Ramos RBI wise with the single up the middle. The walk to Santana and the hit batter of Voltaire got the first 2 base runners on. After Ramos's RBI single, Bohr doubled, and then Jorge hit the 3-run home run. Fouled away, 1-1.
I think about it. This inning alone, the first 5 innings, no runs on 2 hits. This inning alone, 5 runs on 3 hits. It's called flipping the switch.
And that one's pulled into right field, a base hit. Cesar keeps it rolling. And Hoskins is coming up. Mickey Callaway is coming out. Well, his relievers have not picked him up. This is, in some ways, the way the Mets relievers have been against everybody else except for the Phillies this year. So back to the bullpen. A 25-pitch inning for the bullpen at this point. A pitching change for New York. The Phillies are on top 5-2. We'll be back right after this. One out here at the bottom of the 6th inning. They've run through the Mets bullpen. In fact, the 3rd bullpen piece for the New York Mets will step up. This is how the Phillies got the lead. So 426 is the estimated distance according to StatCast AI, powered by AWS. Alfaro reaching 10 home runs for the season. Here's Anthony Swarzak with a runner at first, and Rhys Hoskins, who is 0 for 2, coming up. Cesar has a stolen base. He's tied his career high with 19. That was back in the 1st inning. And it's 0-1 to Hoskins. Outside quarter, 1-2. Reese fouls it back. That was a 94-mile-an-hour four-seamer. Got a lot of the plate. It was driving inside a little bit more than I thought.
I think he goes back to that slider here.
Had a strike 3 call. He went with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. 3 strikes out. And now Roman Quinn is the 9th man to bat in this inning for the Phillies, who have scored 5 runs. 30 total pitches by the Mets pitchers in this inning. Roman lined into an odd double play his last time up on a fantastic grab by Steven Matz, who went the first 5 tonight. He left with a 2-0 lead.
Nice play.
Another one in the dirt. That's pulled foul past the first base bag, just foul. Phillies tomorrow have one more game against the Mets. 6:05 is the first pitch, and then it's off to Atlanta. They begin a 4-game series on Thursday night, and then to Denver for 4. 2-2 is swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Swarzak. The inning is over. The Phillies bat around. They score 5 runs in the inning. And they get 4 hits. The big blow was Jorge Alfaro. A 3-run home run and a curveball that just saucered right up to the hit zone. It's 5-2 Phils as we go to the top of the 7th inning here in Philadelphia. Bottom of the 6th inning, Jorge Alfaro, a 3-run home run that broke a 2-2 tie. Aaron Nola went 5 2/3, 6 hits, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts tonight. Steven Matz left with a 2-0 lead. He provided one of the runs, a solo home run, but the Phils lead it 5-2. And we go to the top of the 7th, and Sir Anthony Dominguez will take over on the mound. A lot of other changes. We were close. There's Dominguez, 2-5, an ERA of 3.23. And Ahmed Rosario takes the first pitch in, and it's 1-0. Pretty close pitch. Back-to-back sliders, and it's 1-1. Rosario is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts tonight. Well, the changes include Bautista in right field. Altair moves from right to left. Moving from left to first is Rhys Hoskins. Moving from first to third is Carlos Santana, who will catch this throw from Alfaro off the strikeout from Dominguez. And then Florimon does stay in to play shortstop. And now 1 out. Jeff McNeil is 2 for 3.
Other than those changes, everything else is the same, though, right? Yes.
Hernandez is at second base, and Alfaro is behind the plate, and Roman's in center field. You have all those guys at your disposal. You know whose job it makes this is harder on? It's got to be Rob Thompson, right?
Without a doubt.
I mean, Rob, who's an outstanding bench coach, really is. I mean, he's got all the paperwork in front of him. He's marking it up. Gabe does too, but after Gabe makes the moves, you know, Rob will make sure everything's tabbed properly. And on the outside corner, they struck out McNeil. 2 outs. That's only his 18th strikeout in 196 plate appearances.
It's that fastball outside corner. Take a look at PitchCast, brought to you by PJ Wheelahands. This ball just dotted away. Whew.
Yeah, right on the outside edge.
I'll just cut back just enough.
Conforto is 0 for 3. Couple strikeouts and a ground out. Check swing, ground ball right back to the box. That's a 10-pitch inning, 9 strikes for Sir Anthony Dominguez. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. It's time to stretch. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Phillies up 5-2. On it tomorrow. It's a $15 ticket plus it's a $12 voucher to one of the great places out at Ashburn Alley, whether it be Chickies and Pete's for some crab fries, Tony Luke's, or a Hatfield hot dog and Coke. Go to Phillies.com/studentsteal to make your purchase and to capitalize. 5-2, Phil's on top, bottom of the 7th. Well, some more thank yous are in order. Rich Cottrell. Good thing it's padded, Rich.
So close.
He and Odubel, they look exactly the same. Exactly the same, except for one missed it and one caught it. Fortunately, Rich misses nothing when he's operating the camera. A lot of times down in the first base dugout, he kind of roams around different spots. I thought they had some fun out there.
Is Rich right-handed or left-handed?
Well, that's a good question. I thought he was right-handed.
Why'd he go up with his right hand then to catch it? Should go up. His glove hand would be his left hand.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's Santana against Bachelor. And it's 1-0. Santana has walked twice. He's been on base 3 times.
So if he's right-handed,
right,
he would go up with his left hand.
Right, the one with the watch on it.
Correct. So he is right-handed because he's wearing his watch on his left hand. So he should have gone up with his left hand. Oh, we won't hold that against Rich.
But he can order some paper from W.B. Mason.
Yes, he can.
A lot of times they'll order it in the morning and it's at his camera by late afternoon.
Same day delivery.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Santana. 2-2. Ball's hit sharply, and McNeil knocks it down. It'll be a hit for Santana, his second of the evening. Leadoff batter aboard here in the bottom of the 7th, and now Altair is coming up.
Carlos has a perfect night. 2 walks, 2 base hits.
Tommy Hunter's warming up in the bullpen. So Sir Anthony's probably 1 and done. I don't mind that. I just think he's more effective the first time and hasn't been, without really knowing the numbers, hasn't been the second time. Or the second inning, I should say. Altair fouls it off to the right to the Hall of Fame club. Oh, what a grab. He tripped over his daughter, but he made the catch. Wonderful grab. Check swing. Did he go? No. Fly ball, right field. It's not deep. And Jay Bruce makes the catch. So Altair's retired. Floormone's coming up. He'll hit for the first time after pinch running for Ramos and scoring in the 6th. Ball and 1 strike. There's a fly ball down the left field line in foul territory. We'll find the seats. tip and 98 miles an hour, and Florimone is down on strikes. So 2 outs here in the 7th, and here's Nick Williams.
Nick has been so good this year in pinch hitting opportunities, especially early on in the season when he wasn't seeing a whole lot of playing time.
Yeah, Nick is pitch hitting for Sir Anthony Dominguez. This is now the pitcher's spot with Bautista batting 9th. 0-1. Back 0-2.
Good swing.
This guy is humming along there, isn't he?
Throwing some fireballs.
Swing and a miss. He slowed it up and he picked up back-to-back strikeouts. Side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. 7 in the books. The Phils lead the Mets 5-2 as we go to the 8th. Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com and buy Jefferson Health. Call 1-800-JEFFERSON or log on to jefferson.org. Top of the 8th, it's 5-2. Phillies on top. And one more thank you. Our truck does not work without Rick. He's doing old school. Rick Berner, our engineer. It's as if we're watching some old footage. Cigarette in mouth. Tommy Hunter will take over. I like the black and white look. It's like we're watching old footage of The Natural, Ben. Jay Bruce.
I think the music adds a lot.
Alfaro gives a look. Bruce bunts it foul. By the way, that was not a cigarette, just so everybody knows. A little pretend cigarette.
Yes.
Just a look of the old school. Bruce is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and flied out. Fouls that one off his foot. 0-2. Dominguez, by the way, goes an inning, and it was as dominant as we've seen. 2 strikeouts. 12 strikeouts tonight for Phillies pitching. Fly ball out to short center field. He broke his bat on it, and Roman Quinn will put it away. That'll bring Todd Frazier up. Let's check in with Murph with the Major League Notebook. Murph.
All right, thanks, John. Brought to you by the University of Maryland, University College, and the Colorado Rockies are breathing a little bit easier after getting some good news on their shortstop, Trevor Story. Earlier in the day, you may have saw reports that there was a report that Trevor Story had a torn UCL ligament in his elbow, which would have meant he was out for the rest of the season, more than likely, would need surgery, and would probably have been out for a good part of next season. But after an MRI late in the afternoon, they announced, Bud Black did announce to reporters that it's just some inflammation in that elbow, and they expect to have him back in a couple of days. So the news is good for them. News not as good for the Chicago Cubs, who are hoping to get Brandon Morrow back before the end of this season. He, of course, has been their closer, but he's been out since the middle of July with some elbow problems of his own. He pitched in a simulated game on Saturday, came out of that, he thought, just fine, but by Monday was unable to even pick up his morning coffee with pain in the elbow, so they have shut him down. And at this point, Joe Madden said that they're going to kind of use the next 12 games or so to figure out who might be the best guy in those late inning situations going forward in the postseason. If not, they'll just continue with what they're doing and kind of mixing and matching.
Wow,
so that's
what
your
a
Major
shame.
League Notebook. Yeah, it is.
That's a good news, bad news story right there, Murph. The Story thing is amazing because they really, I mean, all reports today, earlier today, was that it was a UCL. And Murph and I were talking about it before the new report came out. You know, would he keep playing? Because how could he throw if it's that bad?
Yeah, that would have been, you know, if he does go and get Tommy John right now, he's still going to miss the entirety of next season. Especially with all the awkward throws you make from the shortstop position.
Yeah, particularly him. Swing and a miss. 3-2 to Frazier. On the out-of-town scoreboard, St. Louis, another RBI from Paul DeYoung. I'm glad we're not playing the Cardinals. They're hot. And so are some of their hitters. They lead at 3-1 over the Braves. That game's in the top of the 8th. All the Phillies could do is take care of their games. And then, you know, there's 7 left against the Braves, and there's still a lot of ground to make up. But they just got to take care of their games. Ball 4. So Frazier walks. And now Nimmo. Braves came into tonight's ball game 4-13 in their last 17 games at home. Their pitching staff coming into tonight had walked 70 in their last 11 games.
It's unheard of.
But their offense has made up for a lot of their issues. One ball and no strikes for Kranitz. Back to the phone. Hector Neris is going to start to get himself loose.
right on by Brandon Nimmo right there.
And now the 1-2 pitch coming. Fouled it away. Back-to-back cutters. One and two to Nimmo. 2-2, just a bit high. Swing and a miss. He went with a curveball. Now there are 2 outs. 13 strikeouts for Phillies pitching.
This is the last thing that Nimmo was looking for. That swung right through the break. Just didn't break.
And now Dominic Smith, who has 2 hits tonight. Doubled home run in the 4th, singled in the 6th. Struck out in the 2nd. Cutter on the inner half, 0-1. Ground ball right side. He threw him another cutter. And it went barreling in his hands. 6-3 on the putout. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. Bottom of the 8th is upon us. Phillies lead it 5-2. Game. All right, how about this play, Ben? You'll appreciate this, right?
It's an unbelievable play here by Jorge Alfaro. He gets over the railing, makes a fine catch into the netting. Thank goodness for that railing and the netting. Really good play on the Phillies backstop. your GMC Precision play.
Well, Jorge will lead things off as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Phils looking for a little insurance.
Jeff.
They're up 3. Jacob Rain will take over. Alfaro is 2 for 3 tonight. 0-1. Hits Alfaro, and it also got the catcher Plawecki. All right, so Alfaro will take his spot up over first. That's nothing new for Jorge.
Just a glancing blow. I don't
know about that, Ben. That ball hit him pretty good. Yes.
I mean, put it this way, it wasn't flush.
That's the 14th time he's been hit by a pitch this year. And now Jose Bautista. Who grounded out up the middle his last time up, right where McNeil is standing. Got a pitch low and in, 1-0. There's a liner out to left field, and Conforto will reel it in. The ball is hit on the nose.
Yeah, that has some exit velocity.
So 1 away. Cesar's coming up. Cesar is 1 for 2.
It's a straight hang with him for Joey Bats. Scorched.
Cesar walked his first 2 times, then grounded out, and then singled his last time. And he lifts that foul. It's 0-1. Hector's going to pitch the 9th inning, it looks like. inside, 1-2. Fly ball left field, down toward the line. And Rosario and Todd Frazier both there, and Frazier makes the catch. 2 away. Yeah, that'll bring Rhys Hoskins up. One ball, no strikes to Hoskins. St. Louis is now up 6-1. The Braves have allowed 35 runs in the first 5 games of that homestand. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, you got to get the last 3 outs here if you're the Phils. And then you can worry about where you sit in the standings.
Three most important outs in the ball game. Out number 25, 26, and 27.
Swing and a miss. Hoskins strikes out, and we'll see if the Phillies can get those 3 most important outs when we return. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. We'll go to the 9th inning. Phillies are on top 5-2. Hector Neris is taken over. Every time a Phillies pitcher like Hector records a pitch of 95 miles per hour or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Neris,
numbers
5.65 ERA.
Get 3 outs the fastest way you know how.
It'll be Plawecki to lead it off, and then Austin Jackson is in the on-deck circle. Phillies got 5 2/3 from Aaron Nola tonight, 9 strikeouts. He gave up 2 runs. The offense didn't come to life until he was lifted from the game. They scored 5 runs in the 6th inning. Oh, 2. Plawecki's walked twice tonight. He's 0 for 1. One away. That's pretty fast.
Yep, that'll work. This elevates with the fastball. Pitch running up and in on Plawecki. See the 4-seam grip.
And now Austin Jackson. Hitting .255 on the year. That is fastball. It's 0-1. Wow.
That was filthy.
Swing and a miss. 94 on the heater. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 outs. And now Ahmed Rosario.
He climbs the ladder again. Just looks so appetizing, you cannot catch up. Jackson way late.
Rosario whacks it foul. Tomorrow the Phillies will wrap the series up. Eflin against Syndergaard. It's an earlier start, 6:05. Tickets are still available. Braves play in the afternoon tomorrow. No balls, 1 strike to Rosario. 1-1. Coming up after the ball game, it's Phillies post-game live with Amy Fadul and Ricky Vitalico. It's brought to you by Cure Auto Insurance. Talk about Aaron Nola, Phillies explosion for 5 runs in the bullpen, and what they've done so far. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rosario. And the pitch upstairs. To the right side, Rhys Hoskins has got it, and the ball game is over. And the Phils have taken game 2 and come from behind fashion by a final score of 5-2. And now they await to see what happens down in Atlanta. They're 6 games out right now with a chance to be 5.5 going into tomorrow's finale against the New York Mets. Jorge Alfaro had the big blow, a 3-run home run. He is our Chevrolet player of the game. He also had a single, and he was hit by a pitch and stole a base. He had a nice night Alfaro is the first Phillies rookie to hit at least 10 homers as a catcher since Bob Boone did it back in 1973. Our W. Mason delivery of the game. We go to the 6th inning. Phil scored 5. Well, this was the tiebreaker.
Yeah, it's just a really good swing here by Jorge Alfaro. He missed a breaking ball to pitch before, but got the same one back and did not miss it the second time. 3-run homer. That was your W.B. Mason delivery of the game.
How about 15 strikeouts for the Phillies tonight? Scoreless run by the bullpen. 3 1/3 scoreless by the Phillies bullpen as they win it 5-2. And down on the field with Jorge Alfaro is Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, here with Jorge Alfaro. Let's talk a little offense first. It looked like Smith, well, he got you to swing at the curveball right before that. Then he tried to sneak another one past you, and you did not miss that. Were you looking for curveball in right there?
I was just trying to put the ball in play and try to like make a hard contact. And I mean, it gets in the air, and like I get the 3 runs that we need. I mean,
I bet
that's
that was
your buddy
cold.
There. I saw it coming, and I still got hit.
so yeah, I mean, like thanks to my teammates, then get on base, so we can get those runs, you know, and like, I mean, get a good lead.
Let's talk a little bit about the other ways that you're able to affect the game. Obviously, you call a good game back there, but defensively, in the 3rd inning, you have a play behind the plate. It looks like a tough play. You go into the net to make the catch. Take us through that. Was it coming back to you at all? Because it looked like it never came back, and you had to go in over the net to get it.
I mean, I was looking at the ball. I wasn't like expecting that I was that close to the fence, but I mean, I just tried to catch the ball, like no matter what, like because I saw it like coming back a little bit, and I mean, just trying to catch it.
Well, you did that. Jorge, talk a little bit about this team because they continue to battle. We've heard Gabe say that he believes this team is still very much in it. You've got the chance. Mathematically, you still have a chance. You get the win tonight. It looks like maybe you're going to pick up a game tonight. What's the thought process in that clubhouse right now?
I mean, like always, we just going out like to win. That's our mentality all the time, and like that's what we're gonna do every time we're going out. Just give our 100% for that game, and like. We know then we are like 6 games behind, you know, and like, but like we never like stop believe on what we got. We never stop believing, and then we can do it. We can make this happen.
Keep battling. Thanks, Jorge. Appreciate your time, guys. Back upstairs.
All right, Murph. Thank you very much. Hector Neris picks up the save. Boy, he's been so good since he came back up. Phillies win at 5-2. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.